I want to thank Capital One, unbelievable event. I want to thank everybody at the Orange Bowl staff, the hospitality was fantastic. Unbelievable week, unbelievable experience for the coaches, for the players. Unbelievable atmosphere here in the stadium tonight. I want to thank all the Gator fans, the Gator Nation, showing up, giving us, even though we weren't the home team, giving us the home field advantage out there on the field tonight. Great atmosphere. They showed out. Supported this team all year long. When I got hired here a couple years ago, I told everybody, I said, hey, if you pack the stadium, if you create the atmospheres, we're going to win football games. And the Gator Nation has done that all year long. Our student body, our band, everybody. I want to congratulate Virginia. Obviously, a great program. You look at the program on the rise. Coach Mendenhall took that program over a couple years ago in that short time. And, here they are playing the Capital One Orange Bowl. You see how tough, how they compete, how they play hard for 4 quarters in everything that they do. And, I congratulate them on such a great year. And I'm really want to congratulate our team. I'm really proud of our players. Just under a year ago, this team was born. And we talked about going from 4 wins to 10 wins was special. But to go from 10 to 11 is going to be a lot harder. And those guys bought into it. They started working last January. And they worked. They grinded, all season long in everything that they did. And, to come out here and finish with a win. A couple years ago, this senior class, they've got a new coach got brought in, and we told them, hey, if you buy into what we're doing, just buy into what we're doing, believe we're going to be successful. They've done that. They bought in back-to-back 10-win seasons, back-to-back top 10 teams, back-to-back New Year's Six Bowl victories. They brought in and they've restored that Gator standard, and they get to walk out the door knowing they've restored the Gator standard to what it is, building that foundation of a team that expects to, we haven't got to where we need to be yet to compete, to go win an SEC and a national championship. But they're certainly living up to that Gator standard of being one of the best teams and best programs in the country. So,
Reggie,
Michael's
if
one
you
of
have
these
any
guys
questions.
that did that.
All right, we'll start in the front row.
The 4th down call that you made there.
Which one?
The one that you get the first down, 4th and 1 at the 44, and there.
Didn't we do it? We got a couple of them, didn't we?
Yeah.
But the one like at our own?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pitch play that Travis.
Yeah. We checked to that. He good check on the play. Went up to the line of scrimmage. They were got everybody pinned inside. He checked to the pitch to the outside because they had everybody lined up inside. It was a great check by Kyle. Great job by LaMichael, obviously a veteran player, knowing where he needed to do to get the first down. And all those things. You're at that moment. You have 4th and 1. We felt comfortable. Felt like we should be able to get that yard. And, and if not, our defense playing hard. They make plays, and we've been aggressive all year long.
And the pass play to Van Jefferson from the 3.
Yeah, that's a run pass option right there. They were playing soft. They were playing off on him. They played really soft all night long, almost forcing us to run the ball the whole time. But that was one of the ones, going in. If they're going to give a big cushion and leave him one-on-one out there, we were going to get the ball out there quick to him. And Kyle did a great job giving him a catchable ball. And, and then Van made the guy miss, and a great play, great run.
Left-hand side.
Dan, back-to-back New Year's Six Bowl wins for you, a first 11-win season in years. Can you expand a little further on what you were mentioning before, bringing back the Gator standard, what that feels like for you?
Well, to me, that's what's special. I know these guys all came to Florida expecting to be at one of the premier, not just academic, but also premier football universities in the country. And that's what the Gator standard's about, trying to be the best of the whatever it is you're doing. And, when you look at it, you look at our whole athletic department. That standard's pretty high. One thing I think, again, you look at this in the world of college football today, to have 2 of the top 10 academic universities, only 2 schools ranked in the top 10 academically playing in New Year's Six Bowls, playing each other out there on the field in a great game, and you saw the talent, the guys battling, and the effort they give is special. But for our program, this is why these guys came to Florida, to play in big games, play on the biggest stage, to be one of the best programs in the country, and to do that and in back-to-back years. If you want to build to be a championship program, you got to win consistently. You don't see teams. You look at the playoff teams, the guys that made the playoffs this year. they're not teams that had just came out of nowhere and hadn't been winning and finally won. You're looking at teams, I think all of them were in New Year's Six bowl games last year. It's about you got to be a consistent winner to go be a championship program, and the guys here in our program are helping us build that.
Middle on the right-hand side.
Dan, what will it take to get to that next step and end the season next year in the stadium, but not in the Orange Bowl?
Yeah, well, you got to grind. You know what I mean? Like I said, it was hard to go, it was tough to go from 4 to 10 wins. It was tougher to go from 10 to 11. It's even harder to go from 11 to 12. The mental and physical toughness that it takes, the preparation that it takes, starting January 6th when we get back and the 2020 team's born. We're going to try to enjoy this for a couple of days. But January 6th, we have a team meeting, and that 2020 team will be born. And the mental toughness that it takes to come in day after day, work, push yourself, get better. We have to do more than we did last year. Get better than we were last year. And then the mental toughness it takes from every single game, every single practice throughout the year, to be exact, because you look at the margin for error is so small. You look at the 2 games we lost this year, in close games. So we're battling. And the margin for error is really tiny in those games. And it's 1 or 2 plays can make a difference. And, and so the attention to detail, the grind, that's what we have to continue to work on, continue to take the step, and we're going to work harder. Starting January 6th, we got to work harder next year than we did this year and try to go from 11 to 12. And, and once you get to 12, you might get a couple extra ones in there.
Left-hand side.
Dan, just for this team to buy in as quickly as they did, you talked about how special it is to go from 4 to 10, but for guys like the guy next to you, for those seniors to do what they've done, 21 wins is incredible in 2 years.
It really is. There are guys that came in when we won, taking over that first team meeting. I knew there were guys, we'd won 4 games year before. And, looking at guys in the room, and they were saying, that's not why I came to Florida. I came to Florida to be a great football team. And, it takes a lot of trust. Takes a lot of trust, and in that first team meeting, I said, hey, I'm going to earn your trust, and you're going to earn my trust as a coach, and how we're going to run this program and build this program. And I think right now, there's great trust. This is a great family, with these upperclassmen that we believed in, that bought into what we were doing. Here's a program, and watching those guys play, right from day one, they wanted to compete, they wanted to work. And they were willing to believe in what we were doing. And you saw it right from our first workout all the way through the final whistle in today's game. That they believe in what we're doing as a program. They love being Gators. Our guys love to play. They love representing the University of Florida. And that's something that's special, and they take a lot of pride in it. And I think that shows in their work ethic in the offseason, their performance in practices, their preparation all throughout the year, and it shows up every Saturday when we get out there on the field and play.
In the back of the room, right-hand side.
LaMichael, you had 13 carries and for 138 yards, and obviously 3 touchdowns with a catching touchdown too. How were you able to do so well tonight in the limited opportunities you got?
Just getting put in the right situations, honestly. This guy next to me is a great head coach and great guy. So he just schemes it up every week, man, and just make sure he puts players in the best position.
You're in front of the room on the right.
Coach, Kyle's overall play tonight, I know he had 1 interception, but otherwise he seemed to have a very strong game. Also, what does he mean to this team, and how much can he improve next season?
Well, I think, even his interception was a really good throw. Kid made a heck of a play on the ball, broke on it. So I thought he made great decisions, managed. They gave a lot of different looks. They were dropping a lot of guys into coverage. He did a great job checking us into the right plays, managing the game through 4 quarters. But you know what? That's what he's done all year. I think if a young person wants a role model, they can look to the guy to my left right now. You know what I mean? A guy that maybe life didn't seem to be going the way maybe you want it to go in high school. But you know what? He still was given an opportunity. He worked his tail off and was given an opportunity. Maybe it wasn't going the way he thought it would go when he got to college, but he didn't worry about that. He worked his tail off, and then when he was given an opportunity, he was completely prepared. In today's world, we live in such an instant gratification world. I want it now, I want it now, I want it now. And people forget, the path to success is not a quick, short journey. The path to success is a long journey. right? And the guy next to me should be a role model for all young guys out there. Okay, worry about what's important. Worry about working hard and getting better. And when you're given an opportunity, you're ready for that opportunity, whatever it is in life. You know, whatever it is in life, whether you're starting a business, whether you're a football player, you know, whether you're going to med school, you know, on the hard days, you got to keep grinding through it. Nothing easy is going to be given to you. But if you continue to work, you can continue to prepare, you continue to do things the right way, and you're ready for that moment and that opportunity, you're going to be successful in life. You know, and you know, obviously Kyle's been really successful this year in football. But I think those traits will show you that whenever the football career ends for him, whenever that is, he's still going to be successful in life because of who he is and the type of man he is.
Back of the room on the right side.
Coach, you had a freshman make a pretty big play at the end there, Elam. He's a West Palm Beach kid, excuse me. Just talk about his future as a Gator.
Well, you know what? I mean, Kyers was one of the top DBs in the country when we recruited him. We thought, you know, I mean, a special player, you know, and high character, hardworking guy from the day he got here. Obviously, as the year goes on, he's played more and more. He's gotten more experience, you know, in what's going on out there on the field. I'm sure it was pretty special for him to be back here at home, near home, playing at home. And obviously a huge play for him. And, you know, we'll have some guys, you know, we have some DBs that left go to the NFL and a couple guys graduating. So, you know, we're expecting him to carry on that tradition of being DBU here and having one of the best secondaries in the country.
In the middle, a few rows back.
Yeah, Kyle, this has been sort of a fairy tale season for you. What has this season meant to you? What's it mean to end it with a victory in the Orange Bowl? And also for LaMichael, what's it mean to you to end your collegiate career as an MVP of the bowl game?
I think this game is huge for his program, but not only for the program, but also his team and the seniors that, you know, bought him when Coach Mullen first got here from day one. They worked day in and day out. And as far as my season went, you know, I couldn't be more happy that the way that my teammates had my back when I won in versus Kentucky. And we just continue to grind every single week and get better each and every single week. And now here we are winning the Orange Bowl. It's pretty incredible.
If I had to say it, probably just believing in the process 2 years ago. Things was kind of hard when just the workouts and things like that, they were very intense and things like that. But I felt like it helped us out in the long run, like today, man, just being able to just have to get a standard back.
If we could ask some questions to the players here because they've got to go back and shower and change, and then we can ask Coach more questions afterwards. So go ahead here in the middle.
John. How competitive a game was that out there, and just what do you think of Bryce Perkins' just abilities?
I mean, he's slippery. I mean, he's like playing a running back there. So, I mean, we kind of knew that going into the game. We just had to make a couple adjustments in the beginning, just to basically, you know, learn how to rush him, get him, you know, where he wants to do. So, hats off to him. He made our jobs a lot much harder. So, hats off to him. But, hey, we got a W, so I ain't got to worry about him no more.
Yeah, and also, you seemed like you were kind of in and out of the game a bit, banged up maybe a little bit. I know you were kind of weighing whether to even play in this game, but But you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, it's just that ankle injury it's always gonna be there. So, but I mean, when you got the teammates like this, you know, they behind your back. You know, it's a close game like that. I mean, it's a hard decision. I mean, not to play. So that's not even in my character. So I'm gonna give it all I got. I mean, if I could play, I could play. But if not, I mean, obviously they know what's up. So, you know, that's that on that.
Halfway back in the middle.
Yeah, Van, can you just talk about the play from the 3-yard line? I know Kyle was saying it was either going to be a run or a pass, but when you got out there and you saw the cushion you had, well, what was going through your mind?
I mean, I knew he was going to throw it when he backed off. So, I mean, when he came down, I knew he was outside leverage, so I just made a cut and took it. However many yards I got, but it was a great play overall. Kyle threw a great pass. The offensive line did a great job blocking, and that was pretty much it.
Front of the room on the right side.
To the three outgoing seniors, just what does it mean to leave the program, how you're leaving it versus where it was 2 years ago?
Well, I wasn't here for a couple of years, but being here with Coach Mullen, being with Coach Mullen, though, like I told him when I came in the locker room, I just appreciate him giving me the opportunity to come and be a Gator. He brought the Gator standard back, and he made us buy into what he was talking about. And I believe that in the future, the Gators are going to be a problem because he brought the Gator standard back, and he's a great coach.
Just me. My sophomore year, we was 4-7, not making a bowl game or having a month off, so that kind of hurt me. But just these past 2 years, man, it's just been an amazing feeling. Just having a guy who knows how to win at Florida and has already won championships. So me being able to believe in that and just trust the process that he had for us, it was just an amazing feeling.
I mean, piggybacking off that, I mean, I went through 2-10 season last year, obviously being hurt as well, Louisville. Them give me opportunity coming off an injury, not knowing what to expect from me with this injury. So coming in, and I knew from day one when I got here that what the team could possibly do. And this is the biggest bowl game I've been in, and to get a victory, I've never won a bowl game either. So this is my first win, and it felt great, to go out with these boys, and it's everything. So thank Coach Mullen, Coach Grantham, and everybody for bringing me in.
All right, second row, on the right side.
John and Van, Coach Mullen was saying out there on the field he wants to get this program back in this stadium for playing for a national championship next year. As you guys leave, what makes you think, what gives you the confidence that he can do that?
I mean, I'm looking at what they got coming back. I mean, they can do it again. They can do more. I mean, and the guys coming in. So I'm excited. I mean, this is only just the beginning of it, honestly. I mean, last year was a little taste of it. We keep building. We got 11 wins, which is really difficult. So next year, I mean, a couple plays this year and we would have been right we want. Next year, they just gonna capitalize off that. Understand where we were this past year, and national championship in my eyes. So I mean, we got that in our eyes now.
All right, we'll take 2 or 3 more questions for the players in the front row.
Van and John, you started your careers someplace else, but you finished off as Gators. Talk about that.
Well, for me, like I said, I thank Coach Mullen for giving me the opportunity. But being at Ole Miss, I learned a lot of lessons. Went through a lot of trials and tribulations there. But coming here, man, it's kind of like brought a joy back to my face, man. Just being around the coaching staff and being around these guys. I made friendships that are going to last a lifetime. So I can't thank the university enough and Coach Mullen enough for giving me this opportunity.
Kind of like that. So like you said, I mean, coming here to different culture. Obviously, this is my dream school coming up. So to get this opportunity to play with these boys and then actually fit in, it also makes you up your game a little bit when you see these guys at every position, the best of the best. So I mean, and with the best conference in the country as well. So to play day in and day out like this, I mean, it was a no-brainer to come down here, and it's been great ever since.
Kyle, there's a confidence, back here, about this team when you guys get on the field. Can you talk about that connection? Because it just seems unbreakable throughout this entire season and then leading up to, of course, tonight.
Right. Yeah, I think that confidence just comes from, when we first started in January, that's when our team starts. It's not at the beginning of fall camp or anything like that. That's when we start grinding day in and day out. We build that confidence throughout the offseason and also during the season. We're grinding day in and day out throughout the season as well and getting better each and every week. And, that's mainly where our confidence comes from preparation and things like that.
Halfway back in the middle. The last question for the players.
Hey, Kyle, it seemed like a lot of the big games this year you had to keep answering. The other team had scored, you'd have to come in. Is that fun, or is it kind of fitting that this season ended that way?
I mean, football is always fun to me, but I mean, this is why you come to University of Florida is playing big-time games like that. You're playing in the SEC. There's never a week off, and we all know that, and we all prepare like that, and we're all ready for that. And, that's another confidence booster for our team.
All right, we'll let the players go. Any other questions for Coach? Yes. Thanks, guys.
All right, man.
Go ahead, right-hand side, second row here.
Dan, I saw you get a little emotional there when you talked about Kyle Trask's story. So I just wanted to know, kind of where that's coming from and what was kind of going through your head as you're answering it away.
You know what? I mean, it is. I think it just comes from everywhere in society today. And when you look at this, as a college coach, you want to help develop young men become successful, not just in football. You want to help them build a foundation to be successful in life. And you see a guy that do it all the right way and learn how to do things the right way. I think that's really special. And it's something that, I think you got to embrace. And I think it's something that young people have to learn from, of how to do things the right way, how to be successful in life. And, just a great lesson for people to learn from.
Halfway back in the middle.
P. Ryan the same way. P. Ryan LaMichael comes back for his senior year. And everyone's like, okay, he's one of the top running backs in the SEC. He is. I think you saw that tonight. You know, I mean, everyone gets caught. Well, his stats say this, or just what the stats say. But you know what? I mean, you look at every time we needed a big run during the season, he came up with a lot of big runs during the season. He also showed he's probably one of the top receiving backs in the country coming out of the backfield. And you know what? Continued. Instead of worrying about, hey, you know, where are my rushing stats? He worried about, am I doing what I need to do to help the team win and to be the great player on the team? And when the game's on the line, they can go to me, run or throw or protect the quarterback, and I'm going to be ready to make a play.
Go ahead in the middle.
Hey, Dan, obviously the fourth down play was, Kyle said, was you could go either way where you were going to go with the ball. And the play I was just talking about, the van. I mean, did that trust happen right away with you, or, you know, in terms of him checking to a play?
No, I mean, he knows you prepare for a lot of those situations. You know what I mean? And he spends a lot of time in preparation. Brian Johnson obviously does an amazing job getting him ready for the different situations and different looks. And, you know, at those moments, those are key moments in a game. You know, and so, you know, we have situations, we have plays we want to get into in those key moments. And, you know, and a lot of times you want to make sure you're getting in the best play possible. You know, don't want to run a bad play with the game on the line. And so he knows the different looks of what we want to run, what plays to, and is able to get us into the right play.
Second row, right side.
Hey, Dan, what clicked with the running game tonight?
You know what? I think, you know, a lot of times this year, you know, the teams have focused on stopping our run, and we haven't been great running the ball. But we've been really good passing it. And, you know, you get into games like, okay, they're going to stop the pass. And, you know, and we try to be balanced. And I'm like, no, they want to stop the run. We'll just keep throwing it. And tonight, to be honest with you, they finally, we faced a team that was decided they were going to try to stop the pass and drop a lot of guys into coverage. You know, and then, you know, just I thought our coaching staff did a really good job of making sure we were able to stay balanced all night long. We were still able to throw when we needed to. But to put ourselves in position to be able to run the ball and take what they were giving us. And I think, you know, like I said, Kyle, I mean, we have a bunch of 4 senior wideouts, and at halftime, you know, they're looking at me and they're like, man, coach, like I mean, this is it. This is our final game, and we're running the ball, and I'm like, well, can we run by them? They're like, no, man. They keep backing up. They keep backing up and backing up and backing up, and I'm like, he's like, we just got to keep blocking. And but it just shows the selfless matter of our team, and you know that they're there, and they guys want to win the football game, and do whatever it takes to win the game, and we're going to take what the defense gives us.
All right, we'll take a couple more questions. Third row on the right.
Yeah, Dan, the fourth down plays again. We've asked you about this going to the back to the Miami game, but tonight, you guys seem to follow those with immediately with big plays, touchdowns. Just how critical were those?
Well, I think they create momentum for you, you know, and all of a sudden you get momentum off a play, and it's a momentum swing play, and you know, a lot of times, you know, you're thinking of the next play, so hey, you already know what you want to hit. You know, you get a fourth down play. Hey, this is the next one we want to go to, and some of them, you know, I mean, that we thought can be an explosive play for us, you know, and run our pass, you know, and some of them. You know, not just explosive, throw it as deep as we can down the field, but explosive, try to catch them off guard and get some momentum and follow up in a momentum play with another momentum play. And, you know, that's kind of the plan. You already kind of know what the next play is going to be after we get the first down.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank y'all. Hey, have a great new year.